Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 base, let's go. Set, go.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 18. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Swift, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Swift, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, it's Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12.
Mike. Round 80.
Run for Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they'll attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st down, it's Brooks. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't know no better. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check your hot read.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Alpha. 54. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got him.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike.
From the gun. Love. Forced out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, one set. Check right.
Looking to throw. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. They'll run with Pollard. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Right there, 54 Mike. Oh, here we go. Alert. Check 25. Pilot, 64, weak. Big dash. Come.
On second down, this is Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Ready, set. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready, go.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Let her.
On third down, Swift. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first and 10, Love. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's got some space here. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You got it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 13. 56, 56. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. 56, 56.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Miami. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Allen's throw is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check. Fresh down.
Here's Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Oh, you got deep? Mike 5-4. I got it. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Going to run again here with Pollard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch the twist. You go tight. You got tight right there.
To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying 4th quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try the left side. Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready. Nice 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
On first down, Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bills, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis,